Noon starts right now.
San Antonio police say an early morning shooting may be the result of an interrupted theft.
They say the shooter is the victim in this case, a man who told them he shot someone who was stealing catalytic converters from cars. As
Katrina Weber reports, it happened as the victim arrived for work at a Northside business today.
San Antonio police have a lot to sort out at the strip mall near San Pedro Avenue and Bassey Road, starting with more than 20 shell casings in the parking lot. They say the man who fired all those shots before 7 this morning was about to start his workday. He told officers he found someone who didn't belong coming through the fence of an office furniture store, someone who appeared to be stealing catalytic converters from the lot. Police say the two men fought, then the worker fired a gun. He told officers the suspect also had tried to run him over with his pickup. At some point, their trucks collided. Police say they found at least one catalytic converter that appeared to have been stolen. Despite all the shots that were fired, police say the suspect was hit in his legs and his wounds were not life-threatening. Still, he was taken to a hospital by ambulance. Detectives were called in to sort through the scene, and police say depending on what they find, the man who was shot could be headed to jail next. Katrina Weber, KSAT12 News.
Right now on KSAT.com, a man arrested over the weekend for allegedly shooting another man in the groin. The man that you see here is 26-year-old David Diaz. He was arrested on Saturday on an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge. SAPD says it happened on March 30th in the 1000 block of Santa Ana, not too far from West Avenue on the city's northwest side. An arrest affidavit says Diaz accused the victim of messaging his girlfriend before shouting, quote, "I would kill for my baby mama," unquote, and then firing multiple shots at him. A witness told police the three were all actually close friends.
A man arrested overnight on aggravated robbery charges after police say he robbed a Whataburger last December. 43-year-old Robert Rodriguez was arrested just after midnight on a first-degree felony aggravated robbery charge. He's accused of trying to use a metal pole to rob a Whataburger on West Commerce Street near South General McMullen. An arrest affidavit says Rodriguez entered the restaurant with a metal pole and started banging the pole on the counter while demanding $20 from the cashier. The cashier told police she was afraid he would use the pole on her, so she stood back while Rodriguez hit each register with the pole until they opened.
We're going to take a live look outside because you can't get enough of this. Beautiful Monday out there.
It is so nice. We've got a few clouds coming through. Humidity is still low for now. And what a great stretch of Fiesta, right? We did really well this weekend. Today will be nice, and then once the humidity comes back in, it gets a little more sticky the rest of the weekend. That brings about some rain chances. So let's look at some of the headlines here. Last day of low humidity, fog, drizzle return tomorrow. So too do the clouds. And we get an active pattern by late week. Chances for storms are back. And we could see some more pockets of heavy rain, which at this point we're not complaining about as long as it doesn't come with all that other stuff, the hail that we dealt with, of course, Friday night. 77 right now, dew point is at 51. We've got easterly winds at about 13 miles per hour. We're starting to make the switch from the northeast to the southeast, and that's going to start the process of bringing those dew points up. Hey, speaking of that rain Friday night, look at the rainfall total since March 1st, 6.06. We are above average for that stretch. Since January 1st, 7.92. For the year, we're just a little bit below average. But you know what? Compared to the last couple of years, we're doing okay. Good to see. KSAT 12-hour forecast. 87 at 3 o'clock, 88 our high temperature today. Mostly sunny going into this evening and mostly clear before clouds build by 11 into midnight. And again, you may see some damp conditions for the morning commute. More on that, more on our rain chances as well when they'll come about coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Justin. Traffic closures, always a nuisance, even during Fiesta. But that party's over now, but not the construction. It's happening on roadways all over town.
All the time. Stephen Gavassos joins us now with some of the trouble spots and why the areas are shut down now.
All right, folks, we made it to May, and you can guarantee that there will be work that is taking place in and around the Alamo City. Let's go ahead and get started. What we can expect starting Monday, May 1st. cable installation. This is happening along State Highway 181 in Wilson County, and this is going to take us to the end of the work week, Saturday, May 6th, actually. So this work begins at 8 in the morning, should wrap hopefully around 4 in the afternoon. We'll see alternating lane closures in both directions from Bexar County line to Standish Street. But let's take another jump over here to I-10 in Kendall County, where we will see field testing. Now, that's typically when crews get out there and test the integrity of the highway in the main lane, so expect this work to begin Wednesday, May 3rd. It does start at a busy hour, 8:30 in the morning, and should wrap at 3:30 in the afternoon. Single westbound main lane closure right there at Russ Road is what we could expect. All right, one last jump. You may have already driven through this cable installation work that's been ongoing since April 24th off Loop 1604 in Far East Bexar County. This work will wrap up on Saturday, May 13th. It is going to pretty much take you all the way up until 4 p.m. So just watch out. We'll see alternating lane closures in both directions from FM 78 to Hanover Cove. But hey, we want to know how you're navigating through all of this. Scan this QR code. It takes you directly to our KSAT traffic page. And if you scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll find a full list of all the current closures. But we do want to know how you're navigating. Answer some questions for us. Tell us how this is impacting your commute. And of course, always know before you go.
New at noon, it's been a story everyone's been talking about all weekend. An urgent manhunt continuing for a man that police say killed 5 of his neighbors this weekend, including an 8-year-old boy.
It happened about an hour north of Houston, and as ABC's Morgan Norwood reports, authorities have no leads on where the shooter is.
Hundreds of officers going door to door in Cleveland, Texas, searching for Francisco Oropesa, the man who authorities say killed 5 people. An $80,000 reward now being offered for information that leads to his arrest.
We do not know where he is. We don't have any tips right now to where he may be.
Authorities say Oropesa was firing his AR-15 style rifle for fun in his yard on Friday night. That's when a neighbor asked him to stop because a newborn was trying to sleep. The suspect follows the neighbor home, barges inside, and fires. 5 of the 10 people inside were killed. Diana Velasquez Alvarado, Julissa Molina Rivera, Jose Jonathan Casares, Sonia Argentina Guzman, and Danielle Enrique Lazo, a 3rd grader. Authorities say 2 of the women were found lying on top of surviving children, covered in blood. Gustavo Guzman was related to 4 of the victims and lives nearby.
Están escondiendo. So he moved his family to Houston to hide, essentially. He's nervous because this guy is still on the loose.
On Sunday, hundreds gathered for a vigil at a nearby elementary school, remembering the victims of the shooting that now has this small community living in fear. Wilson Garcia's stepson and wife, among those killed. He says, I'm trying to be strong for my kids. My daughter, she kind of knows what's going on, but it's difficult when she comes and she starts to ask for mommy and her brother. Officials say all 5 victims are from Honduras, while the suspect is Mexican. Now, in a short statement, Governor Greg Abbott said that the state of Texas was providing some of the reward money and resources. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Going on today, El Paso entering a state of emergency ahead of ending the pandemic era immigration policy that we call Title 42. The city expected to see a surge of immigrants when the policy expires on May 11th. Asylum seekers are already camping out on the sidewalks and staying at shelters in Mexico, right across the border from El Paso. The declaration now in effect for 7 days. Then El Paso City Council is going to decide whether to extend its emergency order.
Also happening today, President Biden's son, Hunter Biden, appearing in an Arkansas court because of a 2019 paternity dispute. However, the hearing has turned into a battle over Hunter's overseas business deals and finances. This issue came to a head last week when the mother of one of his children asked an Arkansas judge to hold him in contempt and send him to jail. She says he is ignoring court orders requiring him to turn over documents about his finances. Meanwhile, the Justice Department is also investigating Hunter Biden's taxes and finances. He has not been charged with any crimes and denies breaking the law.
Still ahead, the UTSA Film and Media Program getting ready to host a film screening tomorrow. The inspiration behind the films of local students next.
And the Cowboys had a busy weekend. The NFL draft will have a recap of who they picked and an emotional selection that's making headlines, not just in the sports world, but everywhere. UTSA's second annual student film screening will feature several films by local high school and college students.
Tiffany Huerta shows us how the film event celebrates the works of aspiring filmmakers in San Antonio and what that means to the students.
I'm really proud that I made this film.
Ravindra Maganti, a student at Northwest Vista College, is getting ready to show his film called The Talented Guy.
This is about a man tricking the whole world with his superhuman power, and escaping to Mars.
Maganti produced this film for his directing class, and now it will be shown at the UTSA student film screening event on Tuesday. Other local students, including Sila Major from UTSA, will show their work.
My film is called Nova, and it's about the tension that develops between a promising young couple after discovering they have a positive pregnancy test.
The UTSA Film and Media Program is hosting the student film screening. About 20 films will be shown, everything from comedy to documentary. The films were produced at UTSA and other institutions.
Alamo College's Salado High School will be participating in SAC and NISA. It's a great opportunity for the students to expand what they do across the city.
The community is invited to the Santikos Palladium at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Maganti is excited for this opportunity and ready to work on his next film.
I have 8 more scripts ready.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT12 News.
Can you say Hollywood?
Yeah.
Might be somewhere in there, huh? Look at that. That's
Should
like, just, can you say beautiful?
There's a beauty shot that needs to belong in some movie.
Yeah.
Well, just wait till sunset. You get those kind of clouds, we'll get great colors. It'll be a beautiful sunset this evening, and then the clouds will really fill in by tomorrow morning. It'll be a lot more cloudy. The aquifer is down for the first time in a while. It's down 0.5 of a foot to 641.2, but we did a lot of climbing with those showers and storms we saw last week. Pollen count, molds, oak, grass, pecan, all low. All looks good there. We'll talk about our next rain chance in the 7-day forecast coming up.
Nice to see the great weather we had over the weekend for all the fiesta events, the parades. It's like continuing on into the week.
Super nice this weekend. And is this going to continue?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. Listen, we got kind of lucky in April,
We
honestly.
did.
And the way it worked out through Fiesta Flambeau was perfect. I mean, temperatures were so comfortable. It stands to reason that we're going to get some more humidity and warmer temperatures. It's just the way it goes in May. Let's take a look at May, what we can expect. The average high for May 1st is 83. The average low is 62. By the time we get to the end of the month, the average high is 90. The average low is 70. So you can see the increase in temperatures. Record low is 42, set back in 2013, and the record high is 104, set back in 2003. So those or 2004, I should say. Those are the extremes that you can see in May, but usually we stay somewhere right around the average, and this week will be no different. Hey, we also need to mention that May is our biggest severe weather month. When you look at average severe weather reports per month in Texas, we know that May is typically one of our busiest. April and June rank up there too, but really it's May that takes the cake. So we've got to be careful when it comes to storms this time of year, and we do have some in the forecast. 77 right now. Dew point is at 51, but this number is going to start to rise by late this afternoon. Easterly winds currently at 13 miles per hour. And as we look at the satellite picture, we've got some high clouds that are drifting through. No big deal. They'll filter out the sun from time to time today, but not enough to have really any effect on temperatures or anything like that. So expect some of these thin cirrus clouds. But as I said earlier, it should make for a great sunset if you want to grab the camera and snap some photos tonight. 79 in Gonzales, 82 Kennedy, 83 Pleasanton, 86 Cotulla, 80 right now in Kerrville. So we've already reached the 80s in several spots. Upper 70s currently here in San Antonio, but we'll be in the 80s soon. Dew points, low 50s. That's not bad. We're still in the pleasant category, but as you know, the dew points will start to inch up, and by tomorrow morning, we'll see those dew points rise into the 60s, and we're back into the muggy conditions, and that does not leave us throughout the extended forecast. So we can say goodbye to low humidity, at least for a while. Here's our KSAT 12-hour forecast today. 87 degrees at 3 o'clock, 88 is our high temperature, 86 at 6 p.m., 86 7 p.m., and down to 82 at 8 p.m. More clouds overnight. as the moisture pours into the area. And we'll start with some fog and drizzle probably tomorrow morning. I want to show you the big picture here, and look at this big low spinning over the Great Lakes. So that's a lot of rain for those folks. It's kind of cold and wet up there with some snow on the back side of this. This helped to produce some severe weather yesterday, but it's moving away. So what we turned our attention to is this low off the west coast. Now, it's not going to have a direct effect on us as it drops south, but it will have an indirect effect on us. It changes kind of the path of our storm systems here, or our little disturbances. We get more of a southwesterly flow. And usually when we get that, we get little disturbances that come through that can spark off showers and storms. Late tomorrow, I think we'll get some storms out across parts of West Texas. Most of those stay west of us. There's an outside chance, few of them working to our western counties tomorrow night. But I think our next best chance of rain, little disturbance comes along in the southwest flow again on Thursday, and this will kick up a good chance for storms late in the day on Thursday, 40% into Thursday night. I think that the timing is there for some strong to severe storms, just the way that everything is setting up. So that's a day we need to watch for the potential of some stronger storms and maybe some pockets of heavy rain too. We'll see how it plays out. In the meantime, 83 tomorrow, morning fog and drizzle, 83 Wednesday, 84 Thursday. We'll call for a 40% chance of storms late in the day. That may linger over into Thursday night. And more opportunities for storms Friday and again on Saturday. And any time during that stretch right there, we could see some strong to severe storms. So we'll certainly keep you posted. It is spring, and this forecast looks very spring-like, guys.
And that's how we roll in spring. Thank you.
Yep.
Coming up next, the Cowboys had a pretty good weekend at the NFL Draft. The Texans had a real good weekend in the NFL Draft. We'll check back in coming up. Dallas Cowboys had a pretty good weekend when it comes to the draft. 4 defensive players, 4 offensive picks with the 26th overall. They started the weekend taking defensive tackle Mozzie Smith from the University of Michigan. Now, Buffalo traded up to get in front of Dallas to take a tight end that Dallas thought they wanted. Instead, they go with Mozzie. Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons, who texted Dallas defensive coordinator Dan Quinn Thursday afternoon before round 1, asked him to draft Smith. Oh, he got his wish. When you're the best defensive player, you usually get what you want. Smith said he's stoked to get Parsons' seal of approval.
Just being able to see his reaction and see how much he thought that I was the right choice, and hope that I came here to help him and he helped me. I just appreciate the love. I just don't want to let nobody down. Just ready to get to work.
Hey, buddy. How's it going? Hey, it's going good. This is Dad. My phone wasn't working. Look at here, man. You want to come to work with me next week? I wouldn't mind that at all.
Every player responds with some sort of emotion when they get drafted. It was a son and dad with a lot of emotion. Cowboys Assistant Director of College Scouting, Chris Vaughn, got to make the call to his son, Deuce Vaughn, the Kansas State running back, to give him the good news that he is being drafted by the Cowboys. After the draft, Chris was asked if he's ever made a better phone call.
No. Best one I've ever made. It's the best one I've made. I told somebody, he's the hardest worker I know. I just happen to be his dad. And it's really refreshing to see that. That's what this league is made of guys that have something that you can't put a measurement on.
Yeah, he was taken late in the draft, but anybody who watches the Big 12 knows that kid can flat out play. So here's a look at the draft picks for the Cowboys for you. After Mozzie, they selected another Wolverine tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. They got their tight end. They went to Texas linebacker DeMarvion Overshown. This kid can play as well, so he's going to be a great asset to that defense for the Cowboys, followed by 2 more offensive players, 3 more defenders. NFL.com gives the Cowboys' newest draft class a B+. Looking back, the Houston Texans had a huge weekend, fooled a few folks in the process. They used the 2nd overall pick on Ohio State quarterback C.J. Stroud. They kept their plan pretty secret, and that was meant that there was a lot of guessing. Some thought defensive first, but after they picked Stroud, they traded up and went defense. They selected Alabama linebacker Will Anderson Jr. It was a blockbuster trade that shook up the first round, and in the end, the Texans got both of the guys that they wanted. Texas GM Nick Caserio was asked to explain how it all worked.
Us to Arizona, okay, we have a deal. Us to the league, okay, we're doing a trade with Arizona. Here are the terms, here are the parameters. They have to match it up. Okay, you're good. You're on the clock. be ready to submit the pick. So there's a lot happening in a short period of time. So we were under 5 minutes, and then we're really under 2 minutes. So we had to get the pick ready to submit on the computer. So as soon as we were on the clock, it was ready to go. Get the player on the phone. So, we had dueling phones working there for a little bit. So, and then I'd say we probably made the pick with less than a minute left.
Just like that movie Draft Day.
Remember that.
That's how it all works, right down to the wire. So here's a look at the Texans draft picks. They grabbed the new center for Stroud in the second round, selecting Juice Scruggs from Penn State. His real name is Frederick Henry.
I rather Juice.
They went wide out and defensive end after that. They closed out their selections with a linebacker, another center, a wide receiver, and safety from Pittsburgh. NFL.com says the Texans draft class is worthy of a B+, just like the Cowboys. And before we go, take a look at that. That is the XFL Championship trophy, and it's going to be here in San Antonio next weekend when the Arlington Renegades take on the DC Defenders a week from Saturday at 7 o'clock in the Alamodome for the XFL Championship. That's a pretty sweet-looking trophy.
That is sweet-looking.
Yeah. So hopefully next year, San Antonio will get a shot at that trophy.
I hope so.
That'd be good.
And the Texans got a tank and a juice.
And a juice.
That's nice.
They got some juice in the tank, I guess.
Still ahead at 12:30, a popular swimming hole in the Hill Country. It's going to close up this summer. Why Hays County is shutting down Jacob's Well coming up.
And an early voting is coming to an end. Max Massey has a look at how things are going so far and what you need to know if you're heading to the polls today.
You still have time to vote and beat those Election Day voting lines. Our election is coming up, and the San Antonio mayor and the school board bonds, as well as propositions, all of that on the ballot.
Election Day is Saturday, May 6th. Early voting opens until 8 tonight and from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. again tomorrow.
Max Massey takes a look at the ballot and spoke with voters this morning who are headed to the polls.
I've been all excited to come and vote. As you can see, I got my voting button here, and I got my little patch there that they gave me.
Ruben Garcia was one of the first voters this morning at Lions Field, one of the thousands of San Antonians who already voted.
Through the beginning of today, we had 57,000 people vote in person. And of course, today and tomorrow are the last 2 days, and they're historically the last busiest days when people sort of rush to the polls.
Right now, numbers are on track with 2021 voting, but Bexar County Elections Administrator Jackie Callanan tells me they were prepared for more people. That's because what's on the ballot, and they saw an increase of registered voters.
So that's an increase of a little over 9%. So when you plan elections, when you look at it, you do your numbers and your algorithms, we plan for another 10% boost, and we're not seeing that yet. So we'll see. Maybe Election Day will be a big day for us.
And as election officials really ramp up in the last couple of days of early voting and, of course, get ready for May 6th Election Day, they have to go through training and really put their lives on hold.
We always do reviews because, again, they haven't done this for 4, 5, 6 months. And so everybody needs a refresher.
As for Ruben Garcia, he has a message out there for anyone who hasn't voted yet.
Polls are open everywhere. It's time to get out and have a voice and use your voice.
Max Massey, KSAT12 News.
So far, as Max said, thousands of people have already taken advantage of early voting in this election. And if you want to see what is actually on the ballot, where to go, when to vote, all of that, we have all the information right now. Just head over to KSAT.com and click on the Vote 2023 tab.
No using weather as an excuse to not vote.
Man, you're not kidding. Well, maybe later on in the week you could.
You guys have been pressure on me again after Fiesta.
Already.
Wow.
It didn't take long for us to forget how well you did last week.
It worked out well. It really did. And Fiesta was so much fun. Take a look at this picture. This is incredible. How many? That's a lot of medals, man. That's not even a sash. That's like a full-on vest of medals. Very impressive. Show me your medals. Yeah, those there's a lot there. And it looks like a lot of people enjoyed Fiesta Flambeau. The weather turned out to be great and big crowds. It was a great year for Fiesta. Thanks to everyone who showed up to the KSAT event as well. As we look at the satellite picture right now, we've got some thin high clouds working through. No big deal. Temperatures are nice, 77 degrees here in San Antonio, but look at Carrizo Springs. Already up to 90 there. You're probably going mid-90s this afternoon. here in San Antonio. We'll be in the upper 80s, I think, by the time we get into the late afternoon hours. Already 83 in Pleasanton, 80 in Rio Medina, 82 in Hondo. Just a little bit cooler here around the city. Bulverde's checking in at 77. Here's our KSAT 12-hour forecast. 87 at 3 o'clock. We'll be in the upper 80s by 5 p.m. And then tonight, you'll start to see clouds increasing. So by the time we get to midnight, it's mostly cloudy. And then we'll start to watch for some fog and drizzle showing up tomorrow morning. The humidity that we're going to see increase will eventually lead to some showers and storms, I think, by late week, some of which could be strong. So we'll talk more about that forecast for you coming up in just a few minutes. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. New at noon. First Republic is now the third mid-sized bank in the U.S. to fail since March.
The federal regulators have seized and sold financial institutions and now its assets as well.
ABC's Lindsay Watts tells us who actually bought it and what it means for the entire banking industry.
Dozens of First Republic banks opened this morning under a new name. In a deal brokered by federal regulators, financial giant JP Chase has acquired all deposits and most assets held by the beleaguered San Francisco-based bank and its 84 branches. The FDIC saying all depositors of First Republic Bank will become depositors of JP Chase Bank National Association and will have full access to all of their deposits.
First Republic has been teetering ever since Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank were closed back in early March. This was the last of the ones that should face significant challenges.
First Republic is the country's 14th largest bank, known for catering to wealthy clients. Despite some of the nation's largest financial institutions, including Chase, injecting $30 billion last month to boost depositor confidence, shares of the company's stock plunged 75% last week. That after the bank reported customers withdrew more than $100 billion in deposits following the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank.
It is difficult, nearly impossible for any bank to survive that type of deposit outflow of their core deposits.
The Treasury Department tells ABC News it's encouraged by the fact that JP Morgan has announced all deposits, insured and uninsured, will be made whole. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon saying in a statement, "Our government invited us and others to step up, and we did." First Republic is the second largest U.S. bank ever to fail. Financial analysts say the most important takeaway here is that no depositors lost money during the seizure and sale. Government officials and market experts hope that this move will inspire confidence in customers that the banking system and their deposits are safe. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Washington.
And in more consumer news, more changes on the way for Twitter. Elon Musk is going to allow media outlets to charge users per article instead of having them to pay for a full subscription. Musk is calling the move a win-win for media organizations and the public as well. The feature is expected to begin next month.
And speaking of Twitter, a lot of buzz around a potential competitor. It's called Blue Sky. Right now, it is still in the invite-only phase, but it is backed by Twitter's co-founder and former CEO, Jack Dorsey.
And the Apple Watch reportedly getting a major redesign. According to Bloomberg, the overhauled operating system is going to have a new focus on apps. The device is going to be reminiscent of the Siri watch face introduced back in 2017. Then Apple is reportedly testing a tweak to the Apple Watch's physical buttons as well.
And right now on KSAT.com, Jacob's Well, one of the most popular swimming holes in Texas, is going to remain closed for the foreseeable future. Hays County Parks officials say it's because of low water levels and spring flow. The park in Wimberley closed for swimming during the 2022 season. Even though you can't go swimming, you can still visit the area for hiking and viewing the spring.
Still to come, Hollywood shining a light on a famous White House scandal. Yet again, there's a new series on HBO, and we've got the preview next.
Also coming up later on in sports, a bond between a local college athlete and a 9-year-old girl could be award-winning. How you can vote for them to be honored as Teammates of the Year.